What's up guys, Belamy here and welcome back to another episode of Prime Survival. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of decorating in our village and we are trying to get ourselves a couple different types of wood before we start decorating. Now, I was lucky enough, we have our acacia wood in the savannah over there that we've been using more than enough so far this series, and we also have oak logs over there and birch trees over by the back of our wheat farm over there. So we've been pretty lucky in that regard, and I also, when I was finding our village, I made sure to pick up a single spruce tree sapling so that I could bring it with me and plant it wherever I took it. I thought I almost lost it. I couldn't find it in my chest, but I found it here. And I planted it about 10 minutes ago, and it's just grown as I turned around. It was actually a sapling as I clicked record on this this actual video. So we're going to go ahead and cut this down. And we're going to grow ourselves a little bit extra spruce wood because we want a variety of different woods for the build that we're going to be doing today. So I'll cut this one down, and we got ourselves 8 spruce logs, which is great. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and break a few of these down here and see if we can't get a couple extra saplings. And you know, I could just sit here and wait for these to expire on their own and drop saplings, but I'm in a bit of a hurry here, or not so much, but I'm just impatient and really want these to actually drop, so I'm going to go ahead and try and break these to get saplings. We've got one there. See if we can't get a couple more. Come on, let's go. I'd like at least 2. Come on, Minecraft. Give me one more sapling, please. Okay, it does not want to give it to me. I think did I just see one drop? Yeah, I saw one drop off the one that actually expired. So I got 2 saplings. Actually, somehow I have 5 saplings. I just didn't see the others grow. Okay, that dropped. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is I could go ahead and plant these 5 saplings down and wait for them to grow. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to place a single sapling and I'm going to take some bone meal. Now, bone meal you can get by collecting bones from killed skeletons. So when you kill a skeleton, it will have a chance to drop a bone. You can go ahead and place that bone in your crafting window, and each bone will make 3 bone meal. You can see I have just over a stack here. And bone meal has a very unique property in which it rushes the speed at which things grow. So I can go ahead and use it on this sapling here, and you can see a little bit of green is going to come out of that. It means it's growing a little bit faster. I can click it again, a little bit more green, one more time, a little bit more green, and I keep clicking it, and eventually, if I just keep clicking this, it is going to grow into a full tree, and I got squished there by the leaves. You can see I got a fully grown spruce tree, which is pretty great. Now, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one down because, like I said, I want some more spruce wood, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this bad boy down, and hopefully we can't get a couple extra saplings off this one here. So I'm going to go ahead and just help this one break a little bit faster. I can see a spruce sapling just there already. That's great. Now I want at least 4 saplings here because after it's getting a bit dark here, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and sleep here real fast. But I have 6 saplings. That's more than enough. We're just going to go ahead and grab our bed here. You'll notice that in this series a lot so far, I tend to carry a bed around with me because instead of running off to my house, which doesn't exist yet, and sleeping in a designated location, I like to carry my bed around and just quickly sleep through the night. However, this is risky because if you do what I do and you place your bed and then break it and pick it up after every time you sleep, you do not have a set respawn point. So usually, if I place this bed, sleep here, and then leave the bed here and go off and fell in a pit of lava, I would respawn here at this bed. But breaking it breaks that cycle, so I cannot respawn here. So if I respawn and happen to die, I will be a very far distance away from my village. So it is a risky way to play, but it's just me being lazy mostly. I would suggest not doing this. All right, so we got 7 spruce saplings here, and we're gonna go ahead and show you guys a little something here. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna pick up these couple extra saplings here. What we're gonna do, instead of planting just 1 sapling, we're gonna plant 4 in a figuration like that, so a square, right? And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take our bone meal. Now we have 2 here, so we'll get rid of those first, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use a couple extra from our stack. And oh my god, we have a giant tree. So this is what happens when you combine a couple spruce saplings and grow them with bone meal. It'll actually grow them into a forest tree or a giant spruce tree like this. And it will actually convert some of the dirt into this, I forget what this is called. It's regular dirt if you break it up. If you break it with an actual silk touch shovel or something along those lines, you'll get the specific block. It has a separate name. It's slipping my tongue at the moment. I can't quite remember what it's called. But this is going to give us a lot of spruce logs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start cutting this down. And there is a good strategy to doing this. So I like to just look up, cut above me, jump up one, cut the 3 above me, jump up one, cut the 3 above me, like so. So you cut the one in front of you, the one above you, and the one diagonally from you. And you just keep going up like this until you get to the top of the tree. And you'll see it's kind of forming like a spiraled ladder or staircase, I should say, as I go up. So it's a pretty easy way for you to farm a lot of spruce logs. And obviously from this tree, I should hopefully get a bunch of spruce saplings from the leaves when they begin to expire as well. So you can see I got to the top now. I'm going to cut out the very top one. And then what we're going to do is going to break this one. And I like to hold shift and just stand right in the middle here. And all you do is just go around and break each of the logs like so until you get all the way to the bottom. Looks great, right? Now, some people don't like to do this near their compound, base, house, whatever it is you want to call, because they don't like to change the ground into this different, the leafy, whatever we're going to call it. I can't actually remember what the thing is. I'll put it up on the screen because it's slipping my mind right now. But if you want to put in the extra effort, you can just dig it out and, replace it with some regular dirt blocks after the fact, and it will fix it. But if you want, you can go ahead and run off into the distance and do it somewhere away from your base. For me, I don't mind too much. I'm pretty happy to just leave that there. It'll be a good memory for me, because this is the spot where we did our giant spruce tree for what episode are we up to now? Is this episode 8 or 9? I forget. You guys will know. It should be down below. But we got more than enough spruce logs right now. We got over a stack. That's more than enough what we're going to need for this build. And what we're actually going to be doing today is, if you remember from some of our previous episodes, we were setting up our little Enchanters Stand over here with all our different enchants. So I'll give you guys a slight update on that. It hasn't changed all that much. We've just got a couple extra librarians and an iron golem, as well as some stray villagers who are hanging around here for some reason. Now you can see I've gone ahead and locked these guys in so the minecarts can't move with trapdoors. And then I've got a whole row of them here, and we even added some additional ones in below here. And now the reason I didn't put them all on the same level is because I was having trouble with the minecart rails that's below each of the minecarts, and I want all of them to be facing that way so that they don't roll sideways and into each other and whatnot. And if I was placing this guy on the same level as these guys, the minecart rails were trying to face horizontally, so side on. And that wasn't going to work. So I went and elected to just put them in the ground a little bit, and it doesn't look as great as what I wanted it to, but really we're going more for practicality in terms of what's going to be internal of this building. And yeah, we got a bunch of enchantments. So most of the enchantments that we're ever going to need are on all of these guys. We've gone through most of them already, and you will see me using them in future videos. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to build a house around these guys, so they're not just out in the open. They actually can have a roof over their heads while they eternally read their books on their lecterns. So we're going to go ahead and do that today. Now, I've gathered a bunch of different material here that I'm going to be using. So I got lanterns, bookshelves. The rails are from when I was moving the villages around, but I got a bunch of other stuff: stairs, fence pieces, some birch logs. I got some oak logs, some acacia planks. I got a bit of everything in here. And we're going to go ahead and try and build a Japanese style house or kind of lodging around them. So I'm pretty excited to try and do this. I looked up kind of some some images of Japanese style housing on Google, and we're going to try and emulate that as best we can here today. Now, what we're going to do to start off with is we're going to actually take acacia fencing and place it around the base, because we want to kind of cover this oak that I put underneath. You're not going to really see much of that, but it's going to be just fine. And we really want this house to match in with the theme of the village, which is going to be the acacia colors. So we're going to go ahead and take some acacia fencing, and we're going to take some acacia fence gates as well. And we're going to go ahead and put these around the house in a figuration like so. So we're going to have gaps of 1, and we're going to go all the way around the house like this. And this is going to replicate the stilts that most, or not most, but some, at least the ones that I looked up, some Japanese housing is on stilts. So they're raised above the ground. I'm not sure what the actual purpose of that is in the Japanese culture, whether it's to kind of keep everything off the ground for cooling the house, so everything stays a bit cooler with a bit of a gap under the house, or if it's because they had consistent flooding, or what the deal is. But it looks nice, and I like the aesthetic of it. So we're gonna go. Oh wow, perfect! We had the perfect amount of gates. That's actually great. Now, the trouble is here, we actually cannot move over this. We need to actually create a platform on top, and the best way for us to do that is with trapdoors. Now, I originally had oak trapdoors, and I was going to put them on like so, and that was going to be the platform. But as you can see, oak trapdoors are they have holes in them, basically. And I didn't like the look of it. So I remembered that spruce trapdoors actually had they're actually a full block. So I'll go ahead and show you guys here real quick what this is going to look like. So we'll take some spruce planks here, and we'll make ourselves 32 trapdoors. That should be enough, hopefully. And we'll go ahead and make a platform out of these. So if I place these guys like this, you can see they're actually, they're trapdoors, but we're going to leave them facing down like this. And that kind of looks like a deck, right? I like the look of it. So we're going to go ahead and put this the entire way around here. Can I put this out here like this? Yep, cool. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this the entire way around here. I think I'm going to need actually quite a bit more than 30. Oh, actually, I might have to actually... yeah, I'm going to have to actually break these and make everything face the right way. I didn't realize there was actual lines on them like that. So we're going to have to fix this real quick, but this should be not a huge deal. We'll go ahead and make it sure that everything's facing the right way. Okay, so now I should be able to... It should look fine if I do everything like this. It's just all going to be lines. Yeah, that looks great. Now this is going to be covered like that. And we're going to do the same window on this side. So we'll jump down and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then we'll cover all of this like that. And then we'll do, ignore these two, 1, 2, 3, cover these two, and then we'll fill in the rest of the side here. Actually, no, we're going to do one window here, that's right. So we'll do a window like that. Now, we're going to fill in the windows with trapdoors, and I saw a picture of someone using birch trapdoors as window pieces, and it looked quite nice. So that means we're going to take a birch. I thought I had a birch. I did have birch doors. So we're going to go ahead and take a few more birch planks and the birch logs just in case we need them. And I'm going to make a couple extra birch trap doors just so I don't run out of them. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can't place them like that. Yeah, I like the look of that. I think that looks pretty good. Alright, so I'm actually going to place this in line with this part here, because that way when we build the bit of fence, it will actually overhang nicely. So we'll go in line with this here, and we'll build it from there, up like so, and then we're going to have to do the exact same out the front here, and move these ones slightly over so that we can actually line it up with the building a little bit better, and I think it will frame the building a little bit nicer in the end. So now we're going to build one on each of these like so, and then we'll build out 1, 2, and then you can see we're perfectly in line. Oh no, wait. We need to go one more, do we? Yes, we do. So we go one more like so. Wait, is that going to be right? Let's be in line like that. I think that's going to be better. No. Okay, yeah, we actually want this to overhang the front here, but we don't want it to overhang the side here because it'll look a little bit dodgy. So what we're going to do is we're going to break this one off, and we got 3 here, and we're going to go ahead and go 1, 2 in this direction, and we're going to add 1 to there, and then we're actually going to go to the side here slightly, and actually we're going to have to do this. We're going to have to place 1 there, and then we're going to stand close to this one so we can collect the bricks like so. add 1 to that, and then we're going to have to break this one the same way. Hopefully we get the bricks from that. No, they're going to fall to the ground, which is unfortunate, and then we're going to do that like so. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take some of our spruce planks here and make a few spruce slabs. I'm not sure if 42 should hopefully be enough, so I'm going to use this jinky wool step up over here and hopefully I'll break this one so no villagers can try and use this to escape. We got actually an iron golem outside our village wall fighting against the bad guys, so that's actually pretty funny. And what we're going to go ahead and do here is we're going to go ahead and fill in this layer here around the roof with our spruce planks. So forgive me, there we go. With our spruce slabs, forgive me. Did I mean to be that far back? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and fill all this in, all the way like this. Alright, that looks great. So that's the beginning of the roof. We're getting there. And for this part, we're actually going to need some more acacia planks. So I'm going to have to go ahead and sleep here to turn it back to day. And then we're going to have to go ahead and collect ourselves a few more acacia logs to get us through the rest of this build. So I will be right back when I've done that. Alright, so we went and got ourselves some acacia planks. That's great. We're going to go ahead and continue here. And we're going to go ahead and fill in this next little section here. This open gap here above our balcony with some acacia planks. I'm going to do the exact same on the back side like so. Oh, missed one there. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to take some of our acacia slabs. We're going to place them along this section here, just to fill in this little gap right there. Alright, for this next section, I jumped down. We're actually going to grab a little bit of oak planks. Whoopsie, missed that jump there. And we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of different colors of wood just to make this look a little bit nicer here. And we're going to go ahead and fill in this tiny, let's go ahead and put that there. We're going to fill in this section here with a bit of oak to match the interior, since we'll most likely be able to see this from the inside. And we'll go ahead and do it on the back side as well. Hopefully we have enough planks here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, that looks great. And then we're going to go ahead and take our acacia slabs and place them on top of that. And the same on the other side here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like so. And then we're going to go ahead and place... what's the best way for us to do this here? If we go ahead and place just a oak plank like that, and then one... Actually, no. The best way for us to do this is to actually just straight up do this one, and then place that there, and break this one, and replace that slab like so, and do the same thing on this side. And we're going to run out here by the looks of this. We're going to have to make a few more acacia slabs to get through the rest of this build. But we're almost there. So we're going to go ahead and put some more stairs here. And then on top of these stairs, we're going to actually place our plank like that and then break this one underneath. So we're going to place that plank there. And I'll go ahead and connect that like that just to get the one on the other side. And we'll put all our planks like so. Yeah, looking good. Alright, and then we're going to do the same side over here. Very nice. Whoopsie, did not mean to do that one. Break that. Catch our planks. I keep calling them planks. We know they're slabs, right, guys? Planks and slabs. They just look more like planks. Alright, that looks good. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to build one on top of here. And then, actually, this isn't going to work. We're going to have to build one there to break this one. Working with slabs is just brilliant, isn't it, guys? And then we'll have to place one there, break this one again, and then build this one like so. And then we'll go ahead and cover the rest of this one up like that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to place, we want some spruce planks and some spruce slabs. And we're going to go ahead and fill in this area like so. So let's see, we're going to go ahead and jump down and we'll see what this roof looks like. How do we look? That's not bad. Honestly, I'm kind of into it. But the middle of the roof kind of looks a bit too skinny. Do I have to extend it one on each side? Yeah, I think I do. Are the extra little bits on the top too much? Maybe they are. Maybe they're a little bit too... Hang on, I got an idea. What if we try this? Beautiful. All right, I'm into that. I like that. I think that's a nice little Japanese style building. The only thing that I dislike about this building is the fact that you can tell the white portion of it is wool. I think if we replaced it with a different white block, one that's actually a little bit more solid looking, like a quartz block or maybe a bone block, it would look slightly better. But we don't actually have any of those materials yet. So maybe later on in the Prime Survival series, when we have a few other materials to work with, we can replace the wool on this building with something a little more solid looking. But yeah, there we go. This is our Enchanters building. I think that looks pretty great. I think I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with the results. You know, we have this nice little walkway around the outside, and it's a little bit clunky and lets us kind of fall through because they are trapdoors. But really, are we going to be walking around here? Not really. But what we are going to do is we're going to be walking inside and trading with all our friends in here. And as we can see, we actually have some other villagers who seem to not want to leave here. I don't know whether they're stuck in here. We have a farmer in here who's just chilling. I don't know what his deal is. We're just going to go ahead and leave them there. Ideally, we want them to either leave or just die. But they're not going to die, and I'm not going to kill them because I do not want any iron golems to come after me for murdering their villagers. So, yeah, pretty stoked with this. The only thing we need now is diamond equipment to put all of these fancy enchantments on. So that will be for a future video, my friends. I hope you enjoyed our little build here today. I'm pretty happy with the result of that. We can do a little bit of upgrades here and there with changing some of the wood colors. I'd like to add in some dark oak, especially on the base here. I think the dark oak would look great. But for the time being, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. When we get our hands on some dark oak and maybe some quartz blocks or bone blocks, we'll change this up a little bit and make it a little bit more fresh looking. But I'm pretty happy with that. And I think if we're going to go ahead with the Japanese style buildings, we might replace some of the buildings in the village with some kind of similar styled buildings and make that the theme of our village. I think I'll be pretty happy with that. And it definitely does go in the theme with the wall here. I could even potentially change the wall to a more of a grey color like the wall. Maybe that'll look good, but we're not going to mess around with that today. I can't continue to change my mind too constantly, or we're going to end up with a completely different building on our hands. But thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Prime Survival. Cheers, guys.